Toyota Australia's state-of-the-art powertrain is a hive of activity. Full production is about to start on the AR engine.
The fact that Japan chose us over the US and over Japan as the next AR assembly line is a huge, tremendous vote of confidence.
In just 1 week, the Australian Prime Minister will be among the dignitaries invited to help celebrate the official start of local engine production. Last-minute details are still being sorted out.
The major concern was the signing of the engines.
It's an exciting year for Toyota Australia, celebrating 50 years of local manufacturing. And for Toyota globally, with the company marking its 75th anniversary. And this is where it all started. Not with cars, but in 1890, with a simple weaving loom.
Founder of the Toyota group of companies was Sakichi Toyoda. Seeing the labour of his mother's weaving, Sakichi wanted to make life easier for her, while at the same time giving back to society in the process. The result? The automated loom.
Today, Sakichi Toyota's original loom works is a fascinating museum. A tribute to a man who invented a better loom to help his mother. A visionary who also dreamed of making a car for the people. Sakichi's son, Kichiro, shared that dream. He set up an assembly line in the loom works, then established an automobile department. Eventually, in 1937, an exciting milestone. The Model AA was unveiled.
It's special, as it was the first ever car of its type by Toyota, a passenger car model. You could say that it was Toyota's first ever sedan.
Later, the car company name would be changed from Toyota to Toyota.
Obviously, fuel economy was different in those days. But from what I can gather, it was quite good. On average, this car's economy was about 1 litre per 10 kilometres.
Today, Toyota is still working on maximising fuel economy in its cars. Hybrid technology is leading the charge.
Well, hybrid technology will continue to advance. It'll get more fuel efficient. It'll get more beneficial to the environment, and it'll also get more performance out of the two engines combined.
Not so long ago, the global financial crisis and falling car sales meant this Australian plant was facing a bleak future. Local hybrid engine production is a lifeline that's re-energising the entire plant.
Over the next 3 years, we are going to introduce somewhere in the order of 21 hybrids between Toyota and Lexus.
It's now only 7 days till the official opening of Powertrain. The urgent priority is to make sure all the engine-making processes are in perfect working order.
Basically, we're melting aluminium, and out of that aluminium we make cylinder blocks or cylinder heads, the new model AR Camry.
This is the Powertrain casting area. 2 huge furnaces. The first one melts down aluminium ingots. A second larger furnace holds 10 tonnes of molten aluminium. 600 kilos of the glittering liquid is poured out every 30 minutes for casting.
The pot here is 700 degrees Celsius. The furnace is 740 degrees to 760 degrees, and that maintains the temperature and the quality of the metal.
A drop in temperature would mean disaster. The aluminium won't set. Temperature and timing are critical.
It's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, yes. Very good area to work in the winter, not so good in summer though.
In order to maintain the ultimate in carefully controlled and consistently high-quality steel, Toyota uses the very latest equipment.
Casting is the age-old process of pouring molten metal into moulds to make a shape. Today, Toyota still uses the same basic principle. But in this brand new powertrain, exactly how it casts its engine parts is a closely guarded secret.
No, you can't twist my arm. We don't want them filmed. At this stage, it is sensitive, and we don't want our competitors to see that information of how we set it up and how we run our business.
It's a different kind of heat in this part of powertrain. This is called the hot test area, and it sounds like the starting grid at a Grand Prix. This is where newly built engines are put through their paces. Before engines leave powertrain, they're subjected to an 84-point inspection. Each of those blue marks means OK.
Just checking to make sure it's got all the right components. No bolts are missing, nothing's cross-threaded or broken, things of that nature. When we start a motor up, it makes a certain noise. If it variates from that, then we know obviously there's something wrong. You know, a knocking noise or whistling noise or screeching noise, anything to that nature.
4 testing stations, 33 engines tested every hour. It's intense work.
Got a fair bit of responsibility because this is the last stop here before it goes out the door.
And this is where those engines end up, assembly. This is the final plant in the Toyota Megafactory, and it's the biggest, 62,000 square metres.
What we're seeing now is really the start of the process. So you can see cars have come through from paint shop. They get to this point here on the table lifter. Table lifter drops the vehicle down, and essentially it commences its journey into assembly. In assembly is where the car really all comes together. It comes in as a shell body, and we fit it out totally from head to toe with all the componentry.
First, the doors have to come off.
The reason we take those doors off is to allow easy access for our operators to go in and out of the vehicle, and also to prevent damage to the vehicle. It'll be transferred around onto this lifter. The door will go up, transfer across there to our door sub-assembly line. There's quite a number of doors in that process, but that very same door will go on the very same car.
Eight super busy lines make up assembly, starting with wiring, 1.7 kilometres of it in every car.
Right now we're fitting the airbag wiring harness. What we've got is a hose here. It's got a red cover on it. The red cover signifies that it's a critical process. It's actually linked to the computer that tells us that that bolt's been done up to the right specification.
In assembly, close to 13,000 separate parts have to be fitted. 237 key processes to finish the car. At the moment, imported hybrid engines are going in. Manoeuvring 360 kilos into place is a lot harder than it looks.
This is a very tough part of the job because we work with big bolts, which are really hard, and big guns as well. The training is very important in this part of the job because at the end of the day, we don't want to have any damages on the cars, any defects. And sometimes even when I go to Toyota shops to look for the new cars or whatever, I wonder if that car is the car which I worked on, yeah? Is that the engine I fit in it?
The workers have a lot of pride in their work. They all know at the end of the day that what they're doing is going to be someone's pride and joy when they go and buy it. So I think they take a lot of care in what they're doing.
Ziggy is 74, one of the oldest employees in assembly, about the same vintage as the very first Toyota. He works on one of the 8 quality gates.
Checking everything. That's what it is. See this pin here? This is not good enough. So it's got to go over your right hand. It's got to be flat here. Every nut, every bolt, it's got to be right. It's got to be tight. That's why it's called a quality gate, so that no defect goes past it.
Minute by minute, the car is taking shape. Cars are continually moving along the assembly lines. Teams of workers, around 700 of them across 2 shifts, fit out the car. And assembly's lone robot in the windscreen area. Every task is sequenced to take less than 120 seconds. If there's a problem, it has to be rectified quickly.
This is called the and-on cord, and what it does, it actually gives the operator a mechanism. If he has a problem, he simply pulls the cord. I'll demonstrate now. If I pull that, you can see we're in zone 2 and it's lit up zone 2. What that means is we actually get support to fix the problem whilst we're on the move. If we can't fix it until it gets to the end position stop, only then the light will come to a halt.
It's now time to reattach the doors. The cars are in the final crucial stages. So are the last-minute preparations for the big moment in powertrain. The brand new engine plant is due to be unveiled in just 12 hours.
The photography shot is going to be yourself with the Prime Minister. That is what will make the front page of the papers.
It's not so much the job. To me, it's the people that make Toyota what it is today.
When you think about it, it's quite astonishing. You just can't help but being proud.
I'm watching it go out the door. It's going out to some family now. We send their car out to you with the best quality it can be.
Camry and Orion, built by Australians for Australians.